There's two camps of people in the world. Some believe we evolved from monkeys. We shaved our heads one day. We came out of the bush like, nah, we're done with that life. We came out. Others believe that God made us, Adam and Eve, the whole story stuff. So there could be a middle path that you've never thought of.
He's in the ocean. He's in the ocean.
So here's the deal. There's problems with both theories, and there's one in the middle that actually makes the most sense. So the evolution from monkeys thing, like we were fish first, like single-celled organ, then fish, and then dinosaurs, and then humans. That's how it goes. And then there's we were always human from day one, just like we are today in the beginning in God's image. But there's quite a bit of evidence that shows that there were Neanderthals, and there's all these like cave paintings and stuff, and okay, interesting. So I was watching a near-death experience, and he linked it like I've never heard before. So he died. Jesus showed him the creation of the whole world from the beginning, Adam from dust, all this stuff. And he said there was dinosaurs, there's Neanderthal, everybody, they're all together. But listen to this. Neanderthals, they looked human, kind of. They were rough around the edges. They didn't smell good. They were cavemen type people, but they weren't us. So here's the problem. All these carnivore people, they're like, oh, there's cave painting, there were Neanderthals, those are our ancestors. And they're just looking to read books from Caveman Joe over here. And I gotta tell you, you're on the wrong path. Here's the missing link that not a lot of people thought of. In the days of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Hope, and there's dinosaurs outside roaming, they're super friendly dinosaurs, there's cavemen down the street. There was no time at that moment. How can you have a moment when there's no... I see the ironic contradictions. Whatever, just flow with it. So there's no time. This is why like people are saying, oh, the Earth is millions of years old. Carbon dating is not even remotely close to accurate, especially when you're going back to an age with no time. So let that sink into the brain. So when you look back and see a human-like thing and your carbon dating points to millions of years ago, you think, okay, we evolved from that. But what if that was just a separate side experiment of God's? He's like, okay, we'll make these guys. They're not quite in our image. They're pretty stupid. They don't read books. And sure, they eat meat. They can draw in caves. Like, oh dear, throw a rock at you. Like they're not sophisticated people. They were just trying to get by, and they're surviving. But I'm not saying you have to eat the Garden of Eden diet, return to your Adam ancestors. I'm just saying your caveman bullshit with your ice ages, it never frickin' happened. And you're basing your whole life trying to live like a Neanderthal that's not even human, and you're like, you would read his book. You stupid ass, you're trying to buy it on Amazon.cave, and it's not even a website. But that talk filled in a lot of missing blanks, because I'll be honest with you, I'm off in the conspiracy mindset of like, okay, evolution wasn't a thing, dinosaurs didn't even exist, it was all a lie. I just wonder why would anyone go through the trouble of like even building fake large dinosaur bones if there wasn't some truth to it? So like all the flat earthers, they're just like, nah, that wasn't real. I think perhaps it was real. Does this theory have a lot of gaping holes in it? There's a couple. Like, where did the dinosaurs go then? If they were here, why all of a sudden didn't Noah build an ARK? And he didn't say, oh, gather 2 of every dinosaur. Make sure you have a Neanderthal couple. They're pleasant. Trust me, they'll be fine. Just a little side rant on flat Earth. I've never seen a near-death experience say the Earth was flat. He was shown the dome. He couldn't believe it. We're in a snow globe. It doesn't prove God, flat Earth. Like, if anything, a spinning planet that's perfect and the whole universe is just moving but never crashing into each other, that more proves God. It's like, wow, how the hell did you do that? We're spinning but we don't feel it. That's more godly, if anything. Don't worry, I'll still be a flat earther if it's proven, but I feel like we're wasting a lot of time looking for that. So it makes a lot more sense that Neanderthals and Lucy, they were all real, they just weren't human. That's the lie. They spun the truth. So like there still is those freak cavemen with sticks, but they're not you, they're not your ancestors, and stop pretending that you're a cave bitch with meat skewers. So to recap, I think we learned a lot today. Adam and Eve were born, that started time. Neanderthals didn't have a watch, they couldn't adapt to time, so they melted away. They rode dinosaurs off into the sunset. They drew a couple things in the cave first, then it got really cold for them in the ice age, and now we can all be vegan. I think that's worth a thumb up. We're solving mysteries here. You're an asshole. You could thumb it down if you're eating caveman meat. Comes free in your butcher box subscription, and it's Neanderthal blood. That's not gonna store well. Just because it's super old doesn't mean it will teach you lost mysteries by drinking caveman blood. It's one of the dumber theories you've ever had. I'm gonna leave you on your own outside the time loop with the dinosaurs. You're a loser. Subscribe for more videos.